Union, the United States and our government demanding and imposing sanctions, cutting off trade links, arming those who resist the Putin invasion, doing everything they can, instantaneously and understandably, legitimately, saying this is not acceptable and we must act. But when a Palestinian journalist, who is the latest in a long line of Palestinian journalists, killed and wounded and injured and beaten by the apartheid rogue state of Israel, we get condemnation, but we do not get any action. Now I ask, is the life of a Palestinian journalist worth less than the life of journalists elsewhere? Is the right of Palestinian people to accountability for a regime that commits crimes against humanity, that commits war crimes against the Palestinian people, are the Palestinians any less deserving of accountability and justice and truth and a response from the international community? Our government, the European Union, the international community, they are not. But yet the difference is clear. Because despite all the condemnation, and yes, the government condemned Shireen's execution, yes, they condemned the barbaric scenes at her funeral. Barbaric scenes. But no response. You won't call it an apartheid regime. There's no talk of sanctions. And even though the condemnation has been quite strong, it is not anything like the sort of condemnation and then action that followed in terms of Putin's bloody regime. And it is difficult to avoid the conclusion that when the state that commits the war crimes, commits the murder, commits the execution, is an ally of members of the European Union or of the European Union and the United States, we take a different attitude.